All right. We got this Jasper in the Philippines cat. We covered his channel a couple times. Shout outs to him. I'm going to be shooting stuff like this soon too. Why I threw my life away in America at 45 and came to the Philippines. This art just sounds like a heater on the title alone. Let's hear.
So why I threw away my life in the West to come to the Philippines at 45 years old. In America, they teach us you work until you're 65. When you're 65, you get to enjoy 8 years until the average death age
Guy looks amazing.
of 73 or 74 years old in my country. Basically, I reject that thought.
As should everybody here. Look how beautiful that beach is. Who the hell wants to work until they're 70? Come on, man. That's a fucking trap. So you could retire, live 5 more years, and then die?
In the age of digital nomad and YouTube and making digital money, that is kind of a silly thought. I had been unhappy in Las Vegas, Nevada, where I was residing for quite some time, and I had attempted to move back to my hometown, Thousand Oaks, California, and one of my exes kind of begged me back, and I went out there only to realize that she was just too masculine for me, and that she looked her age and had put on weight, and really it was just mainly just her masculine attitude. I wasn't interested in dating someone that was that manly. So I essentially broke it off with her, but then I still ended up moving out there after I'd gone out there on a bit of a discovery trip to go reclaim my status in my hometown. And I went back and I got an apartment and I met another girl. It was happening very easily. She was a great girl, much more feminine, much younger, in better shape, beautiful blonde girl, Marie. But in the end, it wasn't gonna be for me. I just kind of had it with the West. I was no longer interested in the masculine women, the pricing, and all the things I've mentioned in previous videos. So I went back.
Yeah, you see, working for yourself is completely different. Somebody says, I definitely want to remain active and productive until I die, but having to, quote, work because poor life decisions, nope. Yeah, there's a difference between being a slave for somebody else and working for yourself. Huge difference. I will be working for myself until I die. I don't have plans to, quote, retire and kick my feet up on the beach. That's just not how I'm built. I'm always going to be doing something, period, until it's game over for me. My old man is the same way. Everybody in our family is the same way. But to work for somebody else and break your back at some company so that you can retire with peanuts and barely make it, think about turning the AC on so you don't freeze to death during winter, or eat, no thanks, bro.
Back to Las Vegas, Nevada, and I was miserable. I was miserable for quite some time. I got back into my business, started dating again, kept things going, and I was essentially completely miserable. And I realized that I needed to make a change.
Look at that water.
I had been thinking Thailand for quite some time.
Oh my God.
Had a Thai ex, had many Asian exes, and had been planning this move for a while, but I hadn't been financially set up in the past. So what happened was I essentially decided I was going to do it. So I rush renewed my passport. I started to kind of drop little hints to my dad and my sister, the only people that I really cared about. Told some girls that I know. And, it ranged from, you're going there for girls to I want to go. It was kind of mixed feelings on that stuff. And I didn't really care what people thought or what their take on it was, because it was about making me happy. So essentially what happened was I decided that I was going to research Thailand. So I got on YouTube and got on the internet and started researching Thailand. And looked great, looked like fun, but it also looked to have an element of pay for play and women using men, as does any country in Southeast Asia, especially a poor one. But,
Yep.
you know, I was still moving forward with my plan for that. And then I discovered Philippines. I really did a little test run on the dating sites when I was getting real close. And I just discovered that
Boy, I'm getting happy just watching. He's making me happy just watching this video, just the waves that he's pointing at and talking. I will be waking up around here soon somewhere. I will be going on runs, 5-mile runs on the beach. I will be filming the waves, eating my fresh coconuts, and just walking and talking and making videos and managing money remotely. All my investments, everything. This is nice. I think we already covered this video.
the women in the Philippines genuinely wanted to meet you, and that the women
We might have. I don't know. We covered a couple of his videos. Let's check his recent stuff. Oh, homie is live too. Look at him. Why I left the USA. Is he on the beach? Oh, he's in the city here. Let's see. He's got a bunch of city. Damn, he's got a nice... Where the hell is he shooting that from? He's on a rooftop. Philippine encounter. She offered me what? 7.5 months in there. Dude, I want more beach footage. My man. He stopped going to the beach. He's a city boy now. There he is. He's back at the beach. All right, let's see. What do we got here?
So what it is like to move to the Philippines from America at 45 years old. It's definitely an interesting process that you're going to get some unexpected backlash for.
I want one of those night shots. Let's see the dating.
So, why the Philippines is the best place in the world for dating for single men in 2023.
That's a bold statement. Bold statement, Chip. Let's see.
If you're in a Western country or even other countries in Southeast Asia or South America, in some senses, like in the West, you will just get no matches whatsoever. The matches that you do get are going to be single moms with 4 kids. They're going to be working girls, etc., etc., etc. Now, in Southeast Asian countries like Thailand, every single match you're going to get is going to be a working girl. But you're going to have almost no matches, period, on like a Tinder, unless you resemble a supermodel or you have a Rolls Royce in your picture or you're posing with Drake or something. You're essentially invisible. And absolutely nobody will even so much as swipe right on you, let alone, message you and follow up if they were to.
What's up, Rich? How you been, dude? Call me tomorrow.
Swipe right on you. So in the Philippines, you're going to experience something much different. You are going to be overwhelmed and inundated with messages from women from 18 to 70. If you just simply were to change your location on your Tinder for $1 or something on Tinder Pro, you are going to be shocked beyond belief. You can even run that little test. It costs like $1.99 or something, if you think I'm joking, and you will be blown away. It's absolutely catastrophic what you're about to see. If you do that, I guarantee it, money back guarantee. So it's definitely a great thing, but what you really want to do is keep it to one app, because believe it or not, as much as this is going to sound weird compared to the West, it's going to be extremely overwhelming and confusing. There's just simply going to be so many women reaching out to you that it's going to be hard to sift through those matches. And if you're sitting in the West and you've never done this, you're thinking, yeah, right. Dating's dead. It's 2023. Instagram and TikTok are out. Nobody's interested.
Oh, he's watching me this whole time on live? Okay. Well, what's going on, brother?
You're wrong. The Philippines, I made the mistake of downloading multiple apps, from the Tinders to the Bumbles to the Badus to the Pina Loves to the Filipina Cupid, Facebook dating, and now I don't even log into them anymore because it's absolutely overwhelming. I'm talking hundreds of messages on.
Imagine that. You go from a few matches over here in the West on Tinder to, my man says, I don't open the app anymore. It's too much for me. He has the paradox of choice going on. My man is just fumbling too many choices. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He needs to tone it down. That just sounds fucking insane, huh?
Each app, from gorgeous women in your area to women clear across town to women old enough to be your mother to women young enough to be your daughter. It's absolutely bananas, insane, overwhelming, hard to kind of figure out who you want to meet, who you would be interested in, who's married, who has kids.
This is just, look, man, it comes down to being exotic. I've told you guys before, I've dealt with this too when I was at college. If you stand out like a sore thumb somewhere in the Philippines and there's already, I turn my notifications off for Tinder PH. Ha, nice, Ryan. There's already a certain thought process that goes in with the locals about foreigners, right? You have money, good in the sack or something. Got a big willy. We saw that from the other video. That's a thing, right? There's these, not double standards. What do they call them? Forgot what they call them. But essentially, you standing out and being exotic this way in town makes you the catch because everybody else is a local. And not only are you a foreigner, stereotypes, yeah, not only are you a foreigner, well, you got these positive stereotypes going on, but you're assumed to be of high value because you have money. Think about it. That's like being here in the West and being exactly what he said. You're posing with Drake, you got a Rolls Royce, you're probably jacked. And of course, you're going to get thousands of matches here in the West when you're that kind of caliber of man. It's just, you're playing at a huge advantage here. This is what I tell you guys. When you go overseas, part of the reason why dating and stuff like this gets so easy and life financially, because your dollar stretches so far and you're actually exotic now. You're not every other guy. You're not invisible in a crowd. You stand out. That's attractive.
Who's attractive, who's transgender, who can transport themselves to your area without you, financing 17 bus rides or an airplane or something. It's really, really just an overwhelming, catastrophic thing that almost makes you just want to throw your hands up and go, what the heck? And this is what women deal with in the United States if they have, if they're busty or they post angle pictures or they're a beautiful woman, legitimately. And this is what men deal with here in the Philippines and perhaps other places in Southeast Asia, but I speak for the Philippines and I can tell you this doesn't happen in Thailand. In Thailand, they will act interested and then after a few exchanges, they will let you know the price. So in the Philippines, it's not going to be like that. And you're going to have many women genuinely interested in you, mainly dating to marry, but they will certainly be interested and just wanting to know you, just wanting to get a chance to meet you. In fact, the woman that I did end up dating had been essentially begging to meet me for about 3 weeks. Gorgeous 21-year-old. And I had been blowing her off. I was super busy. I was meeting other girls. I was, she was in the next town over. She was actually in Makati and I was living in BGC at the time, the sort of crown jewel. These are kind of the two crown jewels, but BGC is overhyped and known as the best of the best. And in the end, I realized you've been blowing this girl off. She's 21 years old. She's drop dead gorgeous. You ought to give her a chance. So I did just that. And I said, hey, you know what? Like literally, you've been begging to meet me for 3 weeks. I've been flaking.
Begging to meet me. I've been flaking on you. I got a baddie 21-year-old waiting on me. But I got too many options. I'm fumbling bags left and right. All right, I'll give her a chance. That is fucking, that combination of sentences you're not getting in the West. I'm telling you.
On you, I've been telling you I'm busy, but I'm not, and this and that. You know what? If you can get yourself to BGC, I'll meet you at Starbucks, and we'll see what happens. And
you see the nonchalant way he's talking too? That's called outcome independence, man. Look, he's got so many chicks. It's putting in zero effort. My man said, I'll meet you at Starbucks somewhere halfway, if that. I mean, you 3 weeks, you're angling on my sack. So a cheap coffee and I'll see if I could stand your damn presence. And sure enough, probably ends into a happy story. She was super feminine, super fit, looked just like her pictures, even better in person, probably. That's a story we're going to hear. And my man put in zero effort. He just looks different than everybody else. And he's got money. Holy shit. Yeah, I got $5 Starbucks, if that, whatever it costs in the Philippines. Can't do any better, babe. Is that good enough for you? Yes, King, it is. Actually incredible. Thank you.
That was kind of all she wrote, to be honest with you. That's all it took. So,
there you go. And he's being coy about it. That's all she wrote. In the bag, boys. You see that? You see that? I know what that means. Let me tell you what that means. There's no chick that hangs on your sack for 3 weeks, willing to drive or get driven to some spot halfway, meets you at Starbucks, still down, and you think my man's didn't bag that? You don't think there was a happy ending right then and there? Come on, man. Please.
Definitely just be overwhelmed by the amount of women that are interested in you.
Overwhelming.
And are clamoring to meet you or to be your next girlfriend.
You see what I'm talking about? Look, for you guys that aren't doing too well here in the West or striking out, this guy should be your motivation for why you need to self-improve. There's so many men that constantly give out the same bullshit cop out of, why should I try so hard for women in the West? Women don't notice me anyway. What's the point in trying? The point is, bozo, is that you get your shit together and you leave. And then you get inundated with matches like this guy, to the point where you get crippled and can't even make a decision for 3 weeks on a banging 21-year-old who's willing to drive to you over a Starbucks. That's why. Grass is greener on the other side. Put in the goddamn work so it becomes easier for you once you get here. Imagine if you got your body in shape, finances in better shape, and then you went out here. You're slaying. You're pulling far more than you ever could.
And essentially, so try to just download one app. And the app that I recommend, although they should be sponsoring me, is going to be pinalove.com. This is not paid. They've never given me a penny. That's where I had my success, to be realistic. I met a couple girls on other sites and had some success, but Pina Love is kind of the king in the Philippines. So at the end of the day...
That's interesting. See, I haven't thought about that. I need to see if there's any Romanian dating sites. Pinalove.com, boys. There you go.
I've turned down money from sites before because I haven't used them, and I'm doing this for free. So Pina Love, hit me up. But this is not a paid endorsement, but this is the actual truth. This is where I met probably a dozen women, and it was very good for meeting women that are actually genuinely interested in foreigners. And there is no better place to be single as a man than the Philippines. I know I'm blowing up the spot and everyone's going to move here now or visit here now, but you know what? You guys deserve to know this. The United States is absolute misery. I'm going to assume that Canada and UK and stuff are going to be the same. So you guys deserve to know what I figured out. And that's the Philippines is ground zero for dating in 2023. If you're a white guy, a black guy, a non-Filipino. Now, for Filipinos, they're killing it. I got a lot of Filipino followers, and they are definite playboys, and they get whatever they want. But about 50% of women are going for us foreigners. Black guys are winning out here. White guys are winning out here. Mexican guys from other Asian countries are absolutely winning out here. And try to stick to one site, whatever site you choose. Do not, get 6 different sites like I did. It's just going to be overwhelming. I don't even meet anyone anymore on those sites. I try to meet people in real life because it's just too much to sift through. It's too many hellos, too much this, who's
Oh man said I can't with the prompt anymore. I can't prompt engineer this shit. There's too many. Hi, what's your number? Hi, what's your number? Hi, what's your number? And then he's shook that they all responded, and now he's got like 1,000 numbers. He doesn't even know what to do anymore. It gets overwhelming. He can't. He doesn't even use the apps anymore. He meets them in person. Jesus Christ.
Who's qualified, who can transport themselves. You are certainly the prize.
Oh, he said, are you qualified? Do you have a car? Can you drive to me? Straight up. Oh, yeah.
Out here, and you're never going to have a problem.
This is reality, though, for a lot of people, man. Seriously. It's within reach, too. It's not asking for a lot. I mean, cost of living in the Philippines is incredible.
Problem finding a woman. You're going to have a problem picking a woman. As ass backwards as that will sound to my friends in the West, that's literally the bona fide facts. I don't care if you're chubby, if you're 50, 60 plus, if you're 20 and you're ripped. Your problem is going to be who do you choose. And if you get with a girl, it's going to be not going to be trying to keep.
What is it? I knew chubby blue pill. Thanks, Neil. Chubby blue pill dudes who slated in third world countries. If you're in shape, you'll be playing on God mode. If you go to these countries in shape, yeah, God mode is the only way to call what you're going to be doing out there. Angelo, what's going on, brother? I'm going to spread my indigenous love everywhere. You go do that, indigenous king.
Keeper, it's going to be how to get rid of her. Not that you would ever want to, because Filipinas are the best. But that's the honest truth about dating in the Philippines in 2023 versus dating in the West in 2023. It's feast or famine. It's kind of like the money conversion. And I think my loyal subscribers and followers and members and stuff deserve to know this. So gonna put this out there, and you guys can do with this information what you will. I suggest a discovery trip and not getting.
Yeah, bro. The bottom line is you're getting fetishized. Like that's really what it is, because you're exotic. For example, like an African dude will probably struggle in Africa because he's just one of many. Same old local dude. But if he goes to Europe, he's all of a sudden exotic and slays it. I got plenty of friends that are dark as night, crushing the hell out of Europe simply for the exoticism. That's it. And they go, I'm never going back. Loving it out here. Too easy. And they have, the stereotypes that go for them other parts go against them. But when we talk about dating in general, it pays to be exotic. It pays to be different in the location you're in. It really does. And this works for all over the place, man. Like Western Europe, really big with Turkish and Arab dudes. If you're a Turkish or Arab dude, you're doing really well in Western Europe. Yeah, it's Habibi time, baby. I'm telling you, you are crushing it. It's just the exoticism. That's all it is. You could even reverse this and go to Africa as a white guy. Bro, you stand out like a fucking sore thumb. It's attractive.
Locked in or met at the airport, but simply fielding some options, talking to some ladies, and then coming here and getting into your hotel by yourself, and then going out on a few dates with a few different women because you won't be doing anything wrong because you're not locked in. Don't get to the I love yous and the...
All right, go look up Sunshine's Shoulders. He was live streaming the other day of these bug sandwich tech guys coming to PH and spreading sim culture like a plague. There'll always be those kinds of dudes. And said, any concern the Romanian government sucking up to the USA? Fuck no. They've been sucking up to the West for the longest time. Doesn't matter. They're not throwing any Romanians into the war, bro. Calm down. And the whole NATO and EU gets dragged into that shit.
All that stuff so quick. Meet some nice women that want to meet with you. Go to that area and meet a couple at Starbucks and decide who you would like to start dating, or if you want to just be a free agent and just let them know, hey, I'm not looking to marry you. I'm just fielding my options. I'm fresh over here from the West. Anything's possible, but do not lie to these women, and do not, if you sleep with a Filipina, you're crossing a line. So certainly, be careful with that if you're not planning on being with her. But just wanted to bring that to you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I go live every single day in the morning.
Fuck yeah, that's Jasper in the Philippines. Someone said Indian guys slay it in Latin America. I would not doubt it. I would not doubt it. How many Indian guys are you going to see in Latin America? What's another interesting one? That was good. We got to watch more of his stuff. That's good. I like that. Dude's down to earth, tells it like it is. He's just sharing his experiences. Not a lot of bullshit, no fluff.